What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets. Hope everybody's having an excellent day. Want to wish all of you and your families a very happy and healthy new year. Thank you so much for all the support over this year. Thankfully, this season is almost over. One more game. It's one of the worst ones that I can remember. It's been miserable. But now we got to move forward and look forward to the general manager search, the head coach search. Names are emerging all over the place. And once the Jets finish up against the Dolphins, a lot more will be available. And there'll be a lot more rumors. But as of now, the Jets have names that are being associated to them that are stirring all kinds of reactions. So I'll go through them quickly. First, I guess the first thing we could say is there is no perfect candidate. There is never going to be a candidate that all Jet fans agree on. But once we hire them, we all embrace them. So Ron Rivera is scheduled for an interview where I think at this point, as a Jet fan, you're looking for, you want an established guy. You don't want a first-time head coach. You don't want a first-time general manager. Ron Rivera is definitely very accomplished in the NFL. Had some success with the Panthers, not so much with Washington. To me, I think the more guys you interview, the more you learn about the visions for your team. You collect a lot of data, you collect a lot of information, not only on that person, but the staff they could compile, feelings they have about other general managers, other people in the NFL. So I think it's a good process in general. So bringing Rivera is not a bad thing. I'm not saying hire him, but pick his mind. See what he has to say about your organization. See what his vision is for not only your team, but just for specific players. Aaron Rodgers, what different coordinators he likes. To me, no harm, no foul. If he gets a second or third interview, I'd be a little alarmed, but I'm not overreacting to Ron Rivera. The big news yesterday was Rex Ryan, talking to Jake Askman, who's been doing a great job on all his content, saying that he expects to get an interview from the Jets. And that's no surprise. Rex has been actively campaigning for this interview for 3 months now? He's playing his cards right. He knows Jet fans are desperate. We're miserable. He's the last head coach to have success here. So he's just pushing his way in there. So even as a courtesy to just calm down the noise, the Jets are giving him an interview. Now they can say, literally bring him in. If the next general manager says, you know what? I want to interview Rex, see what he has to say. That's great. But what other team in the NFL, minus the Jets, is going to get Rex Ryan in for a head coach interview? They may talk to him about being a defensive coordinator. Nobody else is interviewing Rex, man. So it's like, I like him. I love what he did for the first 2 years he was here. Everybody kind of forgets how it ended here with the Jets. He took a win-now team, tinkered up a little bit, gave a little more fire, gave him a little zest, had good defense, and he won. Didn't win the Super Bowl, but it was an exciting run. And then after that, it all fell apart. It went to Buffalo. He went to Buffalo, didn't do well there either. Got fired, and now he's in broadcasting. To me, Rex is a nice story, and I think it's just, that's like, I don't know, it's an attention grab, but it's just nothing it's not tangible for me. I want a legitimate football guy that's active in the NFL right now with a clear, established blueprint for winning, hard-nosed, not about media, not about making, headlines every week and bold takes and T-shirts and all this other stuff. I want a football guy. Enter Mike Vrabel, who now is available to be interviewed, and he right now, to me, is the most established coach that's available to the Jets that they should be actively pursuing. Whether he wants the job or not, who knows? He has said that he wants to work with an established general manager. So what you can do now is you can interview Vrabel, see what he wants financially in terms of, say, a personnel, and what general managers he wants to work with. So if you have any kind of, vibe with him, or you feel like he's a good match, you need to be aggressive with it, because he is going to be the top candidate for a lot of teams. And the concern that you have is the Jets are going to be used for leverage. Because if you look at teams that Vrabel's being associated with, whether it's, the Bears, who had that young quarterback that you probably love to work with, could be the Jaguars, could it be Ohio State if Ryan Day gets fired? You got to figure the Jets have a lot of competition for Vrabel. So if he's truly the guy you want, you got to go above and beyond to get him. I just, for some reason, maybe it's the cynic in me, I don't see it happening. I just don't see the Jets offering enough or having enough to get him in place. And I think their timeline is screwed up too by not having a general manager in place. So we'll see what happens there. I think it gets really interesting once the season ends to see what candidates become available to the Jets and who takes the interview. I have a funny feeling Ben Johnson's going to have absolutely no interest to come here. Aaron Glenn's a hot name. Kingsbury, but you figure Kingsbury could want to have one of those young quarterbacks, work with Trevor Lawrence or whatever. So you see how it all plays out. To me, I would, it's a controversial name, but I would bring in John Gruden for an interview. If you're going to interview Ron Rivera and you're going to interview Rex Ryan, why not interview somebody that's established like John Gruden just to pick his mind and see what the hell is going on and what his vision is? I mean, he bombed out with the Raiders, but he also had Mike Mayock making decisions. So you never know there. Like I said, there's no perfect candidate, but you need a guy that's established, can change the culture. Because look at this Jet team right now. You have Sauce Gardner questioning effort. DJ Reed can't get out of here fast enough. Like, it's a bona fide mess. You can't have a timid guy here, a weak guy here, who's trying to find his way in the NFL. It's got to be a guy who puts his stamp on when he looks Garrett Wilson in the eye and says, listen, it's bad here, and I know it. But I know how to turn this around because I've done it before. That goes a long way. If you have a guy that comes here and says, well, I think I can do this, I think I can do that, you're going to lose half this team because this team is battered and bruised at this point. They're emotionally just lost, and they don't know how to win. You need a winner here, and a guy that's done that. Vrabel fits that mold. And again, he's not Sean Payton. He's not Harbaugh. That's where the Jets blew it last year. But this is your best option unless somebody surprisingly becomes available. Kyle Shanahan's not getting fired. So, Tomlin's not getting fired. So this is what you got. So let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm not worried about Rivera. Rex, to me, is not even a consideration. Vrabel will be great. I'd like to see how the Jets handle it in terms of their pursuit and Woody Johnson. Other than that, Brian Flores, a guy that a lot of people don't like for a variety of reasons. And the thing, too, is everybody's like, well, Brian Flores is a defensive mind. I don't care about if you're an offensive mind or a defensive mind. You've got to be a great leader of men. You've got to be a guy that has discipline, accountability, and it has a vision that everybody can buy into. And then after that, you have to be able to put together a quality staff that can lift you up in areas that you're not good in, right? So we'll see what happens. Never a dull moment with this team. I'll talk to you guys later.